Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for stopping by as we break down the latest we have heard about Russell Wilson and his visit to 1925 Giants Drive yesterday. He met with the Giants, from what I was told, starting on Thursday night, led into Friday afternoon, and it sounds like it went really well. We've got some inside information to break down as well. That's why you hit that big red sub button. When Giants news comes out, when Giants rumors come out, or when the Giants make a move, we get you guys a video, even if we're at the house today. I'll be back in the office a little bit later. Got to do the Knicks game, but still wanted to get you guys a video on Big Blue as soon as possible. So please go down right now, hit that big red sub button, and help us get to our goal of 70,000 subscribers. Alrighty, so yesterday, everything we heard coming out of the Russell Wilson meeting at the start was that it went really well. Jeremy Fowler of ESPN saying at 6:40 p.m. yesterday that Russell Wilson has not left the facility and things appear to be going very well. And Rappaport on Friday afternoon, was on the NFL Network saying that the meeting started Thursday night. They went out to dinner, it went really well, and they spent all day at the facility on Friday. Everyone keeps talking about how well it went. Well, I could tell you this. Russell Wilson left without a contract offer. Because if the Giants offered Russell Wilson a contract yesterday, he would have signed on the dotted line. From what I have been told is Russell Wilson wants to be a Giant. Sierra wants him to be a Giant. The entire Russell Wilson camp has been wanting to be a Giant now for multiple seasons. And now he has an opportunity to do that and be their clear-cut starter. Last year, Russell Wilson met with the Giants. This year, Russell Wilson met with the Giants. And from what I was told, Russell Wilson and his camp initiated both of these meetings. I think the Giants were receptive to both of those. Clearly why they made those moves. Remember, on Wednesday, we told you, shout out to Pretty Ricky, Slick Rick, reported the Giants were moving on from Aaron Rodgers, and they were moving forward with the belief that Aaron Rodgers was going to sign with the Steelers. He said that on Wednesday. What ended up happening Wednesday afternoon after Ricky said that? Reports came out that Russell Wilson had a meeting scheduled with the Giants on Friday. Ricky obviously knew that before he said that. Then we went live on Thursday, and nothing had changed with Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. But we had another little tidbit pop up. Joe Flacco met with the New York Giants on Thursday. So what Ricky said was right. The Giants were starting to move on. They were looking into contingency plans, and they were operating like Aaron Rodgers was going to be a Steeler. Then we heard yesterday that the Giants were back from the dead. They went from out of the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes to back in, all the way so that it's a 50-50 chance at this point. And it is a coin flip, and the Giants have a legit chance. And I can tell you this, I also know that the New York Giants' number one plan is to sign Aaron Rodgers. They are going to wait. If you see them pivot to go sign Russell Wilson, you see them pivot to go sign Joe Flacco, it is because they have been informed that the New York Giants are not going to sign Aaron Rodgers. They are ready to sink their boots in and sink or swim. They are ready to go to the end with this Aaron Rodgers thing. Why? Because they don't have a quarterback. And because Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback on the market. And Joe Schoen believes that Rodgers gives the Giants the chance to win the most games possible in 2025. That's what he said at the NFL Scouting Combine. I want a quarterback that can win me the most games possible in 2025. And I would like to pair them with a rookie. So that's where we are. The meeting went well, but I also know that Russell Wilson left without a contract offer. And Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk saying the Giants are, quote, by all appearances, waiting to see what Aaron Rodgers does. So for all the people that were upset yesterday, Marsh, you didn't break any news, dude. Come on, man. What are you doing? This was a nothing burger. Well, we told you that the Giants went from out to back in. And like now Mike Florio says, the Giants are by all appearances waiting to see what Aaron Rodgers does. That's why I appreciate the people that subscribe to this channel. That's why I appreciate the people that rock and roll with this channel. Shout out to y'all. If you've been rocking and rolling with us all free agency long, go down right now. Please hit that big red sub button as we continue to roll on here in NFL free agency. Hit that sub button and smash that like button as well. Be a real one. Let's do it. All righty, Russell Wilson. As yesterday, I watched a lot of Russell Wilson film and trying to ease my mind that if he is a Giant, it'll be okay. Russell was really good in the first half of the season for the for the Pittsburgh Steelers last year. Like, really good. He was able to throw the ball downfield. He had a great chemistry with George Pickens, throwing up 50-50 balls outside the numbers. I'm not going to sit here and say he's mobile, but he still has enough athleticism to where he can still sometimes make that second play. Being able to do that all the time is not something that he does anymore. And having Russell Wilson would be a major leap from what the Giants have had at quarterback for the last 6 years, and especially last season. Russell Wilson is much better than Daniel Jones. Russell Wilson is much better than Tim Boyle. He is much better than Tommy DeVito, and he is much better than Drew Lock. I just worry that the Giants don't have the players at the skill position spots to necessarily get the most out of Russell Wilson. And what I mean by that is George Pickens is a 50-50 jump ball guy. They added Mike Williams late in the season. Those are guys that thrive off of having balls thrown up, and they're able to just go up and get it. Covered or not, just have me go make a play. And yes, Malik Neighbors can do that. And yes, he's the best player on the team that could do that, and he's an elite player. Darius Slayton's not a contested jump ball catch guy. Wan'Dale Robinson, not a contested jump ball guy. Jalen Hyatt, is he going to be on this team? Is he not? Is he going to request another trade? We'll talk about that later. He's not a 50-50 guy. So the Giants would have to go out and add another big body in the draft. Maybe even you go out and you sign a guy like that is available in free agency that could bring you some of that ability that Russell Wilson likes to connect with. I don't know. I can promise you this, though. The Giants are waiting for Aaron Rodgers. The Giants want Aaron Rodgers. And I think there is a world where Aaron Rodgers wants the Giants. And as I sit here on March 15th with everything I've heard and everything I've learned and using my brain and my ability to process and think critically here, I actually think the Giants are in second place to land Aaron Rodgers. I think first place is Minnesota. I think he wants to be a Minnesota Viking. And I don't blame him. This is a team that won 14 games last year with Sam Darnold. Get to throw to Justin Jefferson. Get to throw to Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson. Got a great left tackle in Darisaw. They added Will Fries. They added a center in free agency. But got his buddy Aaron Jones there as well. I think Aaron Rodgers is waiting to hear from the Vikings. If the Vikings say, we want you, Aaron Rodgers is going to be a Viking. If they say no, then he's not going to be a Viking. Keep your eyes on Sunday. Kirk Cousins. The Falcons have $10 million guaranteed to Cousins if he is on the roster past Sunday. They say they're not cutting him. They say you got to trade him. We'll see what they have to say. If Kirk Cousins is cut, I would expect the Minnesota Vikings to be interested in him. And maybe even the New York Football Giants. Still a long way to go in this QB nonsense. So make sure you're subscribed, turn those notifications on, and I'll finish with this. I actually think at this point the Giants are above the Pittsburgh Steelers. And if it's not the Minnesota Vikings, I could see Aaron Rodgers retiring. Vikings, Giants, retire, Steelers. That's where I'm at on that. Make sure you are subscribed, hit that like button on your way out, and let's go Big Blue.